They say when you get married, you really don't know what you're getting into. I see now how true that is. On September 23rd of the year 2000, I was wide-eyed and giddy, but there was so much I didn't know. I didn't know so many of the people who filled the church that day would pass away. I didn't know some of them would pass so unexpectedly and tragically. I didn't know the grief it would cause us. I didn't know how much stronger grief could make us, how much tighter we'd cling to each other with each loss. I didn't know how much more grateful we'd become. I didn't know what I was doing walking down that aisle. I didn't know God was on the altar with us that day. I didn't really know He was pledging Himself to us that day too. I didn't know the degree to which He would be our rock every single day after that. I didn't know we'd baptize 4 beautiful baby girls on that altar. Or that we'd carry diaper bags and bottles into that church for years to come. I didn't know your aunt and cousin were sitting in what would become our pew every Sunday. I didn't know how many times we'd sit in that pew and pray for grace and strength. Or how many times we'd hold hands and thank the Lord for so many, many blessings. I didn't know that those vows, said before God, would somehow remain the one constant in our lives. I didn't know my ring would have to be resized and resized, and that you'd love me still at any size. I didn't know we'd move away and then come back and process down that aisle on Christmas Eve as a family of 6. I didn't know that that altar would become like a second home. I didn't know we'd have to rely on so many people's prayers at so many different times. I didn't know how much we'd have to stand up for together as a couple. I didn't really know where we were headed that day. I didn't know this married road wouldn't be so straight and easy. I didn't know we wouldn't always have that thundering applause or the flashing cameras. I didn't know it didn't matter, that the time alone would be so much more magical. I didn't know things wouldn't always be this way, that life wouldn't always be a party. That some of our best parties would be a party of two. I didn't know things wouldn't always go according to our set plan, our timetable. That our wedding planner didn't have a checklist for all the craziness that would follow. I didn't know the unexpected would end up being far better than what we ever planned. I didn't know how very much I'd love being your wife and taking your long, wonderful Polish name.
And now I'd like to present Mr. and Mrs. Timothy Allen.
I didn't know that some of the people celebrating with us that day would separate from us. I didn't know a thing like that was possible, that our massive circle could ever grow small. And I certainly didn't know how close that would make us when it happened. I didn't know how the word family would take on all kinds of new meaning when we started our own. I didn't know how truly sweet some moments would be, or how much you'd feed my soul year after year. I didn't know there would come a day when I didn't feel well enough to dance with you. I didn't know some of our best dances would be in our kitchen, that our best audience would be our children. I didn't know that our song would change over and over, as often as the seasons of life. I didn't know that everything would change, except the way you look at me and the way you smile at me, and that would be enough for me. I truly didn't know anything that day, except that you loved me and I loved you. And as it turns out, that's really all you need to know on your wedding day.
It's a fine wedding, a fine wedding. God bless America and the wedding.